of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the home of the USC Trojans, the storied Los Angeles Coliseum. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Trojans will kick it away to start us off. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So UCLA's offense will get the ball first. In the football lore of the Golden State, there have been so many classics, and the Bruins pulled out a close one last season.
They did what they needed to do last year, no doubt. The Bruins came out and they executed when it mattered most. And, David, I feel like that's really lit a fire under USC in this game to try and get revenge.
Yeah, a year of hearing about it from all your family, all your friends in L.A. You lost to the Bruins. You're upset. You're ready to change that history and do something about it.
This is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking to throw, it's Correa. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Bruins come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense coming out the gates? First drive, getting to the quarterback. They wanted to affect the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable. Already 2 sacks on this first.
Oh, he's got some space. Good, solid tackle.
Well, in a second and forever situation, they hand it off, and they're able to get a big portion of yardage back. Now to at least give themselves an opportunity to convert this 3rd down.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he dropped it. And what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. The Trojans offense will take the field for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And that's why this this guy is such a weapon in this offense because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And the Trojans come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play call? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. He's got it on the run. And he'll be ridden out of bounds, but not before a good pickup on that one. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, Dave?
Yeah.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. To the air, it's Correa. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Guys, let's talk a little UCLA. Breaking into the top 15 is one step closer to the college football playoff. You've made it this far. The dream is within reach. Question becomes, will they take the next step, Jesse?
You got to keep winning. Now when we're talking about...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Trojans. The defense does the work itself for the pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the 1st quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. What do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Bruins come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. He'll sneak it. The victory bell's not some manufactured, concocted trophy, guys. This thing actually used to be on a train.
That is so cool. And the origins of the story of all these rivalries and the trophies, Jesse, it's so cool. It's fun to find.
There's a fumble on the play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pick up on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks in a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive at their own 48. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot, and the ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Handoff from the gun. Shakes off the defender. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. That's the end of the period, and USC has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, USC.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Motion from the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the...
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Takes it the other way. Stopped at the 44. The defense coming up with a big interception.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Dropping back, it's Korea. Pressure coming. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
He's looking to throw. The screen, he's got wheels. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
The Bruins now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Lacey. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He'll set up to throw. And they can't make the play on third down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. A stand.
And how about the push from the right side to be able to get a little bit of penetration? penetration, move those guys back, and then just flying in there, laying out, getting your hands on the football, tipping the football, and getting the ball.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time, the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Going to sling it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Frank. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Touchdown USC! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all three facets of the game here. Defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half of the home team.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for a man. It's Correa. Makes the grab. Smashes through the tackle. Makes the stop at the 30, but a big 15-yard pickup gets him out of trouble.
Man, this offense, they needed that one in the worst way, right? They're getting blown out in this game so far, and as we get close to halftime, they've got to be able to put a good drive together. They've got to be able to come away with a touchdown here, close the gap a little bit going into the second half.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Clowney. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
And the Bruins will punt it away on 4th down. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. The give to the lone running back. Past the sticks, and he may get more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish. Plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
The Trojans will line it up on 1st and 10.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Complete to the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, This defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
They'll throw it from the red zone. It's complete. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Trojans are threatening on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. It's complete to the left. Touchdown Trojans! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Back to throw, it's Correa. Lofts one high and deep. He's got it for a big play. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Under fire. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 30. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the...
Unleashes one deep. And the misfire goes out of the back of the end zone.
And this game is going perfect for the defense right now. They haven't been on the field that much. The offense hasn't had that many possessions. Here we are at the end of the first half. They're still pitching a shutout, and they're ready for this quarterback to take shots. They're sensing the frustration, and that time in perfect position, forcing that incompletion.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. The Bruins will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. They'll open the second half with a run. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thorne. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down. He uncorks one deep. Catch inside the 25. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. The Trojans are rolling down the field. The give on the inside. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Now lining up to snap it in the red zone. Right back to the well. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Out of the backfield, he's open. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Cal. USC stretches out that lead and not too far in the distance. They're starting to imagine the tones of the victory bell.
And USC has so much tradition, so much history, but they start every season. Jesse, they want this one. They want to make sure they beat their rival in L.A.
Yeah, you could tell, too. Talking to them before this game, they knew how important it was going to be to play well in the second half. They had to have energy. They had to... and right now they're getting ready to chant "Fight on" at the end of this game.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. Back to throw, it's Korea. That one never had a chance, incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bruins will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll field the punt. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They'll start this drive going to the air. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Looking for the end zone. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Snap it to the back. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Trojans.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
USC 42, UCLA.
What kind of field position can he? And he loses the ball deep in his own end.
Because of the big collisions on kickoff team, you don't see a lot of that in practice. You don't do that because you don't want to get each other hurt. A lot of open field, big collisions, big forced fumble, big momentum play created.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the right. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Going for 6. Touchdown USC. Quick strike through the air for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, you would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Hatchett. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the 2nd level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got...
Breaks into the open. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the 1st. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back. But, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something where he can make that guy miss and pick up a bunch of yards and maybe get a big play out.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. From the gun, the ground game. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. The give to the back. And he was able to push forward for a solid gain as the clock strikes 0 here in the third. As we head to the quarter break, it is USC holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. On the move. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one. And the Trojans have it in scoring position on first and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to adjust the pattern. Slams ahead. Touchdown Trojans! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
The give to the tailback. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Yeah, this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Until that to this defense, though. They played with great effort. They've gotten halves of the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
The Bruins line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Touchdown, Southern Cal! Special teams coming through, the 3rd aspect of the game, delivering big time. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 4 over Boston College. Never know what's ACC, and we'll circle back. If anything develops, you should know about it.
And how about that one, Kevin? Oh, he's got some space. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. And the Bruins just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Here's the handoff. Inside the 40. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps. Man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. I want to muster up that protection. They had one blocked earlier. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And the field goal was good. They get 3 on the board, but it really doesn't matter much in terms of the deficit. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Here we go. The give as they work on that clock. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Hook. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. These 2 guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Back in 1939, USC first stole the victory bell. This time around, it was earned as the Trojans emerged victorious over their crosstown rivals. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.